Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having all a good day. I wanted to make this video because I think you guys have noticed it, I have noticed it, have my politics change. Well, before we can actually sit down and answer this question, we should answer another question. Have I changed? So, I think everybody changes, right? I just lately turned 25. So me being 25 is not the same as me being 19 or even 20. I know I'm still very young, don't get me wrong, but I'm maturing a lot, and I don't have the answers. But I have the answers what I have now. That could change. Now, a little background on me. When I was young, when I first started YouTube at 16, 17, I was still trying to figure out the world. I was still trying to figure out life. I am still trying to figure that out to this day. If you went back then, 16, 17, and asked me who I am politically, I would say I have no idea. So I went through a bunch of phases. I went through a short conservative phase. Then I went to a short libertarian phase. I even went through a very short, I'm nothing kind of phase. I'm just who I am kind of thing. Well, it turns out politics was big in my life because I started paying attention to what was going on. I thought, this is very important. Shouldn't be, but it is, And I started paying attention to, what was going on, because really, I thought this stuff, and this stuff can tell the future. And if we're not careful, the future will be doomed. So when I was 19, I created myself to be, a leftist. Which is weird, because let's go back a little time. Now, again, I didn't know who I was, obviously. But when I was, 10 years old, I was already studying books, I was reading books about JFK and Abraham Lincoln. And Martin Luther King. And Rosa Parks. I loved those people so much and wanted to be like them. But here I am at 19 calling myself a leftist, like a far leftist. I seen people as the victim. I seen me as the victim at the time because I came out as bisexual and I had a lot of gender issues. I didn't see people as people back then. And that breaks my heart. I saw them as basically victims or just discriminators. I saw everybody as just a number, pretty much. Granted, I didn't know that at the time. That's, But at the same time, that's kind of where I was heading. I got to a pretty dark place in my life because I was thinking everything had to revolve around, things, I thought the world was doomed and I couldn't do anything about it. And something clicked in my head though. What if I could do something about it? That's when I really went back to people who I inspired to be when I was younger, like JFK, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, those people. And I noticed, no offense to people who are leftists, because I believe we should get rid of the political divide anyway. But I was thinking to myself, why should I see people as a number, like race, and why can't we just all come together and, I started thinking to myself, and it took me a long time, right? Because I already branded myself on the internet as this far leftist person. And by the time, because I had another channel, right, called Grunt Sickness, I got hacked. Sadly, that got hacked. I don't know who did it, but somebody hacked it. Didn't do anything with it, but hacked it anyway. By the time I started slowing down on politics. You know, I didn't want to be known as only the politics person. And I also stopped making everything about my gender or sexuality, because, yes, technically speaking, I am those things. I am that, but I'm not that. I am me, right? I am a person with many personalities who, you know, and the characteristics about myself are more interesting than that. And after a while, I started questioning what was even progressive, because I still consider myself to be progressive. You know, I want people to have rights. But here's the thing, though. What really is progressive and what's not? Progressive is, to me, is not, you know, not taking responsibility. Progressive is all about, you know, learning about ourselves and trying to fit in with society. You know, and that's something I ejected back in the day, because I thought society was all bad. I went through this kind of teenage rebellion phase where I thought society was all bad, but now I understand, yes, there's aspects about society what are terrible. But you know what? We gotta change it in a positive way. And that's where I stand. So I'm not going to call myself anything. I'm not going to call myself a liberal, Democrat, even though I am those things. If I'm going to vote, it doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat, I'm going to vote for them because I think they fit my values. And also, I think they're good for the country. I don't want to be a radical or hardcore person. Like, you know, I think it's time to move on from those things and look at people as people. Thank you.